Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand up.
Hello friends, and welcome again to another Street Fighter Duel video.
Okay, legends, welcome back to the channel with another topic, but this time you might not like it that much because it's something to say about the community and how the community is handling the situation actually with the game with the recent events. So as we know, the growth pack, which everybody was sad about because it changed and it has the regular tickets and it has the starlight instead of the turtle, and we got the compensation. Now, one thing for sure is that the people in charge did listen to us and they gave us compensation. Was it a good compensation? No. Did they handle it good? It was bad, actually. It wasn't good. And we had other solutions for that. We had a lot of voices going out and telling them that we didn't like this. Now, what happened is not what I expected, actually. What you think is going on is not what you think is going on. So basically, you thought that we can go and talk to them, do some feedback again, and said that we don't like it. The minority of the people did that. You think that everybody did that? No. You can go to Google Store, App Store, and check the ratings as well. They said we're gonna bombard them. They did nothing. Okay, they're still the same. Maybe dropped a bit, 0.1% or something like that. What happened actually is that we got what we deserve. We actually got what we deserve. We got the treatment that we are gonna get because of how we reacted to the game. We shared no care for our game and we didn't go and talk to the devs or send the people in charge what we think about. You think that going to Discord, a couple of hundred of people, actually the people who are watching, Hazing did many videos about it. I went on a podcast with him, did also 2 videos about this situation because it bothered me as free to play and as a spender as well, because I have a different account that I spend on. So from 2 standpoints, I'm like, yeah, this is not fair for either both sides. And still the community did not react to that. Actually, the minority of the community went to Discord, went to the Facebook, went to Instagram, to Twitter, to Reddit, and said what they have to say. And it's not the big amount of people, it's not the biggest portion, it's the smallest size of the portion of the community that went and reacted. Everybody else sat down. So you have 3 sides of the community. You have the big side, I'll be talking about it later. We have a smaller side of the community that are vocal, that goes and say whatever they want to say on Discord or wherever you want to say. They talked about the event and the growth pack and the compensation that they got, and it's not healthy, blah blah blah, all of that. You can check the upvotes. It's the minority of the people. And after we got the compensation, there's also another side. There's people that liked it and there's people that didn't like it. And they fought each other on these platforms as well. And you can see that people did feedback. Hazing did the feedback. Many people did the feedback. You can see the upvotes on it. It's barely 100 to 130 people, 140. It's not even that big. You think that an upvote of, let's say, 200 people will be like changing the perspective of the game? Do you think that you're the only ones that disagree? Many people agreed with what the devs did. Now, this is not, I'm not telling this to come fight anybody. I'm saying this because it's true. This is facts. The bigger portion of the community, which is the silent one, which is the one that sit down and says, regardless if they like it or not, if they like it, they would say, it didn't happen, we don't care, we got what we deserve. The one that didn't like it will say, the community will manage it, other people will go and upvote and stuff. You can check the views on the videos, like something between 1,000 to 2,000 on my channel and Hazing channel. Where are these? Why they didn't do feedback? Where did the upvotes go on the feedback that we did on Discord? They're like, either we don't care or the community will manage it. I don't even have to do an effort to do that, but I don't like it. I disagree with it. And that's the problem. They don't see that. And talking about boycotting the game, not spending, it's not the one that will fix it. You're not gonna spend, somebody else will spend. And it's a bad idea to say, let's boycott a game that you like actually. Do you think you hate the game? No. You dislike the decisions that have been taken upon you and the compensation that you got for this. Let's talk about some serious stuff. Why the game is not getting the same attraction from the devs and from the community as what happened with Gore Magala Can. With the Gore Magala Can event, it was the release of the game. So it's not the definite player base that we had. A lot of people liked what happened, a lot of people disliked it, and the majority disliked it. What they did is review bomb it and stop playing the game, actually. A big decline in the player base. And we woke up to the next day on Google Store, 3.5 rating, on App Store, 2.5 rating for the game. And the devs panicked and they like, we're gonna do everything in our power because his banner was rigged. This guy, Gore Magala, his banner was rigged. In the first the 10 pull that you do, you can never ever get a copy of him. The next day they changed it and people started getting it. It was definite. Everybody that did a multi got him on the first pull, including myself. I got 2 copies actually. I was lucky. So they did change that and they never admit to changing it, by the way. It was just an update that like in the background that they never talked about. And they gave a free copy of Gore Magala in the mail for everybody. Upon that, I think it was apologizing for the error happened in the summons, but not saying that it was rigged or something else. And they gave us the shard system. And this is where they knew that they can control the community. They gave the shard system, started feeding us shards, and then the community forgot about it. They're not talking about it. We're not gonna continue this. And we got stuck with 26 shards from Gore Magala, and it never went. It will stay in your bag forever. This will not change, okay? You cannot fight them when they own you, when they have their foot in your mouth, okay? That's what the devs did. Their foot is in your mouth and you like it. You like it, the community. I'm part of it. I'm part of the community. But I did my job. I went and made videos out of my way because I do only guides and showcases. I did talk about this and I told you guys, you need to put hands in hands and go and do something about it. You can go and talk to the staff via making emails or something like that. And you can go to platforms such as Reddit, such as Discord, YouTube, whatever you want. Do the Instagram, they have a Facebook, they have a Twitter account. You can go and do your messages there. You can contact customer support, tell them this is not good. Even if you're free to play, you can tell them this is not the way that you should run the game. I was thinking of spending and now I'm not. You can do a lot of things. But to go and check that most of you, and now I see a lot of other people that are a lot that saying you're just a crybaby. You, the community, is a crybaby. You're crying over something that you didn't get because it's not fair, because you're free to play. It's not about free to play or spenders. And spenders are the one that basically move the mountain here in this game. So what will happen is nothing will happen and you forfeit. You, the community, it's your fault. It's not the dev's fault. It's not the publisher's fault. They did compensate. You didn't like it. You should make as you made the noise when the game did change the packs. When the game changed the packs, when they did change these packs, all of us, all of the community said we didn't like that. This is awful. Fix it. What they did is gave compensation. Most of you said that's good. And the small minority of the community that is crying right now, which I was part of and I'm still part of, didn't do anything. The small part, actually, there's some people did some stuff. I can see that couple of hundred people did the effort to go and do feedbacks and did upvotes and reviews, but the others did nothing. They absolutely did nothing. And some other people said that was okay. This is good compensation from the game. So other people were talking to me and to Hayes, and some of them are my friends, and telling me, you shouldn't cover the game anymore. This is horrible. You're a horrible person if you've covered the game, stuff like that. Now, I got some people telling me, like, I think you shouldn't cover the game, just talk about the subject. And that was okay with me. I would talk to them, tell them this is not the way things go. But the other says that you are as bad as the devs if you cover the game. You're advocating for their game. And I'm like, no. I covered other games, but this is the main game that I cover through my channel. If you check my channel, I do Street Fighter Duel. I did cover other games while I was covering Street Fighter Duel, and I got back to Street Fighter Duel because it's my main game. You can't tell me, like, stop covering the game because you dislike or you disagree with them doing something. Especially you can't tell it to Hazing because he covered only this game on his channel. So this is something irrelevant to the cause. We did our job. I did my job. I went to Hazing podcast. I did 2 videos about it, and this is the 3rd video I'm doing about this. And I'm telling you, I don't like it, but we got what we deserve because we didn't push further. We didn't ask for more. The small minority people that did push, which I'm part of them, push is not enough. The community is bigger than that. You have more than 50,000 players. If only 200 players spoke up and the rest, the other 49,000 people, let's say 1,000 talk and the 49,000 people didn't talk and the whales didn't talk, or the spenders didn't talk, or the majority of them. There's some whales that were with us on this ship, and other did say we don't care, and others said no, we agree with what happened. Then this will not fly. So don't come blame hazing, don't blame me, don't blame anybody else from the community. You can do only one thing. You can go and contact customer support, go to their platform, post feedbacks, message them on Twitter, on Reddit, on Discord. Still, until now, you can say, yeah, I agree with we should do something. I'm not gonna do anything. The community will go and do it. I mean, one voice will not change anything. No, one voice will change a lot. If you put your hands together, you go to Discord, you upvote the suggestions that we did, the feedbacks that we did, we're gonna get a change. It's absolute. It's not something that will not happen. But the thing is, nobody is doing anything. And I guess the minority of the player base disagree with the compensation that we got in our mail. I forgot, where was it? It doesn't show anymore? That's great. It doesn't show. The minority of us disagreed on that. Yes, the minority. If it was the most people that disapproved on this, we could have seen some changes. But they doubled down on Discord and they sent a message saying that nothing will be changed. They will not go further for more changes or more compensation. The compensation is final because nothing hit them hard. And for the people that are the hypocrites, the people that said, I'm gonna stop paying for the game or playing the game, and they're still continuing that. And don't tell me there's no people like that. You can't remove this from the equation. I have access to a friend account that I showcase some characters on his account or go and test them. I told him, can I go to your account and do some testing? I was like, yeah, sure. And he was saying a previous day, a day early to what when I logged into his account, he said, I will never pay a penny for this game. I went into his game the very next day. He bought 2 Starlight packs from the growth. He bought 2, not 1. He bought 2. He bought 2 Starlights. The 200. He did $200 to continue his baddest jewelry. And I told him, hey, man, do you know what we call people like you? And he told me, yeah, tell me, Pika. I said, a hypocrite. And he said, I know. I couldn't stop myself. So some people have problems that they can't control themselves. I understand that. But don't go and do something and say something else. If you want to do something, I'm not saying stop spending. You can spend. But you can go and tell them that I disagree, I don't like what's going on, and in the future it will frustrate me to not even play the game, not just stop spending. If you don't go and do and vocalize your voices, it means it's not existent. Yeah, it's not existent. If this is it, the whole eruption of this volcano that you disagree with what happened, just happened on Discord and some of you on Reddit, and that was it, this is the peak of it, 200 players, 300 players, that's it. And the majority of the other players, the 40,000, 50,000 other players, didn't budge for that, then we don't need a change. Then the game is working fine. The compensation you agreed on. If the majority does not speak up, it means whenever you're silent to an issue, it means you agree with it. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't pin this on me. Don't say anything wrong. Tell me what you think about it. But I think, whose fault is this? It's the community's fault, not the devs' fault. You cannot say this is the devs' fault. It's not their fault. They treated us the way they expected we're gonna respond, and this is how we responded. We responded poorly. We didn't go hand in hand. Many of us agreed with what they did, and they are happy. Small portion of us didn't agree with that. Small portion. This is the minority. You are the minority who disagreed with their compensation is the minority. You can go and check Sensor Tower, okay? For the people that like, Pika, what are you talking about? Check Sensor Tower. Every event they do, they make money. The collaboration, when they did the TMNT, was the peak. After that, they did the rerun. It wasn't a failure, but comparing it to the original collaboration of the TMNT, it was a failure. But to the game's standards of revenue, it wasn't a failure. It just gave them more money. And then when they changed the packs, why am I going here always? Then they changed the packs to Starlights here. They got even more money. You cannot ignore that. You cannot say, oh, this didn't happen. It happened. Go and something called Sensor Tower. You can go and check it. Every game has their input there. And you can ask other people. I think there are other means other than Sensor Tower. There's something else. Just 2 or 3 platforms the same, but they're paying, you need to pay money to get the information, they will tell you the same. Financially, the game is doing good. If it wasn't doing good, you'd see this 300 vocal voices that they talked about the game, that would do some changes, but it didn't do changes. It means it does not affect the revenue or the player base of the calculation of the game. That's what I wanted to say. If you really want a change, you need all of you to speak up. For the people that are still silent, it didn't pass. There's still some time. You can go and talk, you can do some reviews, you can go and talk on the platforms that are for the game, for Street Fighter Duel, and show us what you want. But other than that, nothing will change if the numbers are still the same. 200 players means nothing. 200 players does not change a game that has over, I'm not gonna even tell you the numbers because there's more than 50,000 players. I got these numbers just from the game reviews and the game downloads and stuff like that. There's what the game is saying, that there's over 1 million player as player base. Let's say it's only 10,000. 100 from 10,000 is not good. Let's say it's 5,000. 100 from a 5,000 is not good as well. The majority means at least you need to hit 20% of the player base. That's what I'm saying, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, we thank you for watching. And as always, stay frosty. Peace.
Time to fight, time to fight.